Shall we start, ma? Is the voice through mic or directly? Through mic, no? Okay. Sir, what is the topic before that and all? Good morning. And we started already, 2 topics are done. And we are in the 3rd topic. What is the 3rd topic, ma? Assignment. Okay. From exam point of view, you must be careful with these topics. They are very easy, but sometimes they may be lengthy. Okay. And as usual, are you practicing daily, ma? Are you preparing daily? If you are preparing daily, at least 10 to 15 minutes, it is really good for you. Okay. Shall we? Shall we start, my dear buddies? With some energy, can I get S from you? Okay. So, what is the topic which we started, ma? Assignment. What is meant by assignment? Can you tell that word, ma? Assignment means mainly to whom we are assigning the task. To men or a machine, we are assigning a task so that our main objective is achieved. What is our main objective, ma? Main objective, minimization of cost from company point of view. Okay, and these are the major costs. Labor is a major cost, transportation is a major cost. These costs should be optimized. Okay, and in the basic problem, what are the 2 primary checks in the case of assignment? Primary checks. Objective, maximization or a minimization. If the objective is minimization, we can go with the steps. And before that, there is second check. What is that second check, ma? Balanced or unbalanced. If it is unbalanced, what we should do and all? What we should do, ma? We will add a dummy where there is shortage. Sir, what is meant by unbalanced, ma? In the case of assignment, number of rows, if not equal to number of columns, then it is unbalanced. Where there is shortage, we include the shortage part by including dummy elements. Okay. And in the case of transportation, what is unbalanced, ma? If demand is not equal to supply, it is unbalanced. So these 2 aspects are different. So do not confuse regarding this area. Okay. And next, once if it is minimization, if it is balanced, we can go with the steps. But if it is maximization, then what we should do, ma? Convert into minimization. Sir, how to convert into minimization, ma? Identify the highest number. From that number, we deduct all the elements and form a new matrix. And the matrix is known as what, ma? Relative loss matrix. Once you are getting this matrix, you can proceed with the calculations. Okay. And what are the first step, ma? Row operation or row minimum. Sir, what is meant by row operation or row minimum, ma? Identify the least element in each row and deduct the same element from the respective rows. Okay. What about column operation, ma? Same. After whatever we are getting the resultant matrix from the row operation, on that matrix we apply column operation. Similar to row operation, identifying least number in the each column. Sir, one more thing, in the case of row operation and column operation, if all the least elements are zeros, you need not do row operation. Similarly, in the case of column operation also, if all the least elements are zeros, you need not do, because 0, if you are deducting, automatically you will get the same matrix now. So that is one point. And next, sir, once column operation, row operation, column operation are done, what we should do, ma? Test for optimality. Sir, for test for optimality, there are 2 methods. That is up to you. One is which I said, and one is you may be following. Sir, what is the method you are following, ma? Minimum number of lines to cover maximum zeros. Okay, maximum zeros. Okay, so if that part is done, basically you can follow that or this. And today I will tell one problem based on the method which you are following. Okay, that will be convenient to you also. You can follow any method, that is up to you. But for one problem, I am going to do with the method you are following. That is minimum number of lines to cover maximum zeros. Okay, sir, once that part is done, what is the thing that whether we reached optimum solution or not, ma? M equal to N equal to number of lines there, or M equal to N equal to number of allocations. That is the point. Okay. Sir, if that part is done and all, basically, superb. Our answer is done. But if it is not done, what is next step, ma? If it is not satisfied, we go with improvement. Sir, in the case of improvement, what is the basic step, ma? Categorize all the elements into 3 categories. What are those 3 categories, ma? Junctions, covered, uncovered. Sir, junctions, covered, uncovered. Sir, now among the uncovered elements, identify the least element. That element should be added at junctions, and at covered, do not do anything, and uncovered, deduct that number. Is it clear, ma? If this part is clear, majority key part is done. Okay, once you are reaching at that point and all, again we repeat the test for optimality. Okay, once the condition, that is m equal to n equal to number of allocations or number of lines, if it is satisfying, then our solution is optimal. Okay, is it clear, ma? And sometimes there can be an arbitral selection. What is that, ma? Arbitral selection. There can be chances for selection of any number. That is also nothing but what I said as diagonal operation. It is same. Okay, shall we do now, ma? Sir, we are done with the basic example problem. Now we are going with the problems which are given in the book, whatever book. Okay, first question not related to the topics which we are discussing. I will discuss at the end because it is converted with the linear programming. Linear programming plus assignment. Okay, so as we are in the flow, go with the second question, ma. Are everyone having the books now? Not there? If not there, you will get today. Okay. Sir, see the question once, ma. Just see the question. If you are okay with the question, read the question, identify the key aspects and key checks to be done. So see the question, ma. If the question is clear, what is the basic step, ma? Copy the matrix, whatever available there as it is first. Okay. If you are copying once, it will be more effective. If they are giving for 14 marks, every step carries much marks. So copy the question, ma. And those who are through online, also copy the question, ma. And humble request, everyone is doing in the class itself now. When we are going with the same phase, you go with the same phase. Okay. If you are postponing the notes and all, it is risky for you. While copying the question also, be careful, ma. Reason is that if you are missing any number and all, we may feel at the end. Okay. So while copying, take utmost care and copy the question. Done with the copying of question, ma? If copying part is done by everyone, sir, what is the two primary checks which we should do here, ma? Objective and balance or unbalanced. Okay. Copying done by everyone. And the guys who are through online also do parallelly. Sir, in this case, what is the objective? Maximization or minimization? How you are identifying that one? Determine the minimum time assignment. By that word itself, we are getting the clarity that it is minimization model. Okay. So also write the question number, ma. Question number 2. So is it clear with this aspect? And whether it is balanced or unbalanced, ma? Balanced. How you are concluding that it is a balanced one? Number of rows equal to number of columns equal to 5. Okay. As two conditions are satisfied, we can start our operations. But before that, write a sentence. Write a sentence, ma. The objective is minimization. The objective is minimization. The objective is minimization, and it is a balanced one. Sir, done with the process. Whatever we are doing now is not right. Because have you read the question, ma? Have we read the question? We together. So that is important. In exam, my humble request, do not just see the last part and whether it is balanced or not. See the entire aspect, because you may get different inferences. Okay, na? So by that information only you can do it. Okay, clear? So can you read the question once? An equipment under breakdown has 5 repair jobs to make it operative again. 5 jobs to be done to make the machine into work. Okay, the maintenance manager of the organization has assigned 5 mechanics of his department to do the job. Okay, so normally machine has to be repaired, and for that how many mechanics we are having, ma? 5 mechanics. Okay, and the estimated time of each mechanic to carry out the job are given below. Now by seeing this you can get clarity, na? It is minimization model. And here how many mechanics are there, ma? 5. And how many jobs are there, ma? Basically 5 repair jobs. So totally balanced one. Okay, now it is fine. So every time when you are going through the question, go through the question properly and completely. Just by seeing the one part, and if you are doing it all, it's risky. Okay, so if that part is done, so was first sentence clear now? What is the first sentence you have written there, ma? Objective is minimization and it is a balanced one. We can go with the process. So what is the first step there, buddies? So first step, sir, for the sake of these problems, as it is regular one, okay, I will show every step, but I will not display the step prior. First I will explain, then we can see it. Sir, what is a row operation, ma? Can you tell that point? Tell the points. And one more thing, while we are practicing or while we are in the class, if you are repeating the points, then this method will be fixed in your mind. You need not revise again and again. Okay, sir, what is the first step, ma? Row operation. What we should do, ma? Identify the least element in each row. So can you tell the least elements in the first row? 5 is the least element. Next, what is the least element, ma? 7 is the least element. Third case, 4, and in the next one, 3, and next one, 4. Once these elements are identified, what we should do, sir? We should subtract from the next part. So take down the heading, ma, row operation. And you can do in the one matrix itself, that is by keeping the heading. By keeping the heading, do it the same matrix, no issues. If it is maximization model, then you have to repeat. Otherwise, you can keep the heading and you can do it. Sir, already I copied once and I'm copying again. Then it is fine. No issues. You need not mark, ma. You need not mark. Okay, if you are marking and all, it will consume time. Sir, what will be the resultant matrix, ma? Once you are done with row operation, compare your steps with the this is closed there. Whatever displayed there, you have a cross check. Sometimes mine may be wrong. Okay, so have a cross check and do not do cut, copy, paste. Fine. If it is done, what is the second step, ma? column operation, keep the headings, do not skip the headings and all. By keeping the heading, do with the next part. Copy the matrix again for column operation. Everyone is having pencil, scale, eraser and sharpener. Okay. Whatever end matrix you are getting at the row operation, have a cross check. If that part is done, take the heading column operation and do the column operation ma. In the case of column operation, what is the end result? Is it the end result ma? Any changes? Compare your answer with my answer. Do not copy my answer, because always my answer will be wrong. Okay, that does not mean that it is actually wrong. So if you are doing and comparing, it will be fine. Sir, after the step of row operation and column operation, you can go with your own practices. But as usual, what I disclosed is that identifying what ma? What is third step ma? Test for optimality. What I said is identify each row with a single zero and mark it and cancel the respective column. Okay. So once if you are listening, we shall do the test for optimality. Then if you are okay, we shall proceed with other part. Shall we do test for optimality? Sir, can anyone tell test for optimality ma? As which we followed in the regular class, last class. Test for optimality. Sir, checking each row with a single zero. So is there any row with single zero ma? There is first row with a single zero. We have to cancel the column. Now any row with single zero. Even next row has single zero. I have to cancel the column. Now any row with single zero ma? Fourth row has single zero and I have to cancel the column. Now this part is done. Any row still left over there ma? No. Now we have to check which parts ma? Column parts. Sir, column parts, any column with single zero ma? If there is single zero, we have to cancel the row part. Now how many allocations are done there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many matrix, what is the order of the matrix ma? 5. Is it reached optimal point? We have not reached optimal point. So what we should do ma? We have to go for improvement. Okay. Sir, I am repeating this step. If anyone is okay with this step, fine. Or else observe the screen. Whatever points you need, I can explain there. Okay. What is the first part ma? Identify the single zero and cancelled the column. Okay, is it clear? Now we are doing what ma? We are going for a next row for single zero. What is the next row for single zero, sir? That is row number 2. I marked it and I cancelled the respective column. And now what is the second scenario ma? I identified the next zero. The next zero is in 4th row. I marked it and I cancelled the respective column. Okay, once this is done, all the rows are cleared. Okay, but now which is pending ma? There is a last row, but it has how many zeros ma? 2 zeros. It is of no use for us. So I am going with a column check. When I am going with the column check, there is a single zero. I mark it and I cancel the column. Sorry, row. That is a part. Now is the condition satisfying? M is equal to N is equal to 5, but number of allocations are not 5. Then what we should do ma? The next step is improvement. Sir, in the case of improvement, what we should do, sir? I categorize all the elements into 3 categories: junctions, covered, uncovered. Okay. Once that categorization is done, what we should do, sir, least element should be taken from uncovered. That should be added at junctions, and from uncovered it should be deducted. From covered and all we will not delete it. Okay. So by seeing this part, can you tell the least element from the uncovered, ma? Sir, everyone going with the same face? Everyone at this point now? If you are at this point, fine. Okay. If you are not at this point, my humble request, take the screenshot. Okay, basically. Okay, if you are having an issue, because if you are late. Okay, this is a common aspect. Till here, if it is done by everyone, at least copy this part. If you are having any issue. Okay, now? And till there, you have to practice for sure. Once the class is done, you have to practice. If you are practicing, it will be more effective. Clear, ma? Sir, this part is done. What is the next step, ma? Sir, identify the least. In the improvement part itself, what I should do, sir? Identify the least number. What is the least number, sir? 1 is the least number. What I should do with the 1, ma? Can you identify the junctions with the cell address? Junctions. Address. Address is important. What is address? 5B, 5C and 5E. That identification is important. Okay. Whatever you are doing, try to keep it on the book through form of sentence. The junctions are these 3. At junctions we add. That line will not take much time, but it will reduce the risk of reducing marks. Okay. Sir, once this part is done, sir, where we are adding, ma? At this point. At this point we are adding. And where we need to deduct, sir? These areas we need to deduct. Okay. I am showing the same process in the stepwise manner, not at only at one point. Okay. Sir, this is a part. Now I identified the least number. What is the least number, ma? 1 is a least number. Okay. So 1 should be added where, ma? It should be added, and I formed a new matrix. Okay. This is a new matrix. You try to form this matrix and compare your answer with my answer. Do not copy the things on the screen. Okay. Exceptional cases if you are late. Okay. Done with this point, ma? If this point is done, what is the next step we need to do, ma? Again, we have to go for a test for optimality. If test for optimality is successful, that is m equal to n equal to number of allocations, then our answer is optimal. Okay. Go with the test for optimality once again, ma. Sir, any doubt in the prior step, ma? If not copied, copy this part. Once this part is done, we have to identify the least element from uncovered. That should be added and deducted. Okay. The sole purpose of doing the problem prior on the screen is that to save your time, that's all. Nothing more than that. Sir, is this similar, ma? After improvement, is this a final product for you? If there is any wrong, you can correct. Even the guys who are present in the online, they can also correct me. I have no ego issues. I will definitely change when you are telling if there is wrong. Okay? Shall we? Okay. If that part is reached, what is the next part we are having, ma? Test for optimality. Shall I go with the test for optimality? Sir, what is the test for optimality? As our process, identify a row with a single 0. Is there any row with single 0, ma? Single 0. And we have to cancel which aspect? Column. Now any row with single 0. Second row with single 0. Cancel the column. Any row with single 0. Third, cancel the column. Okay, any row with single 0. Fourth, and cancel the column. Now, sir, all the rows are done. Okay, any column. There is also fifth row. So mark it and cancel column. Done with your answer. If that part is done, our answer is done. Okay, because 5 equal to 5 equal to 5. Clear now? So what I have done, I have shown here, that is this part. Okay, first check, and second time I have gone with that part, and the third time we have gone with that part, and on the fourth time we have gone with that part, and now also done. Totally 5 equal to 5 equal to 5. If that part is done, and here it is a mistake. So 5, 5 and 5. 3 5s are done. Sir, we can take this as single 5, but for unnecessary way, I have written it as 2 5s and all. Order of the matrix. Sir, one more thing. How to represent the order of the matrix, ma? M by n. But actually, how we will write, ma? M into n. Okay? As it is reached. Okay? So our answer is done. But what is the last step, ma? Once the test is satisfied, optimal allocation and optimal solution. Take down the heading, ma. Optimal allocation and optimal solution. So anyway, in the future, whatever file we are discussing here, this will be shared in the respective manner, okay? Through some proper manner, I'll share that part. So that if you refer in the future, every step will be repeated there, so that you can get a clarity. No issues regarding the parts, okay? Take down the heading, ma. Optimal allocation and optimal solution. Optimal allocation and optimal solution. Sir, once more I am repeating, ma. Whatever matrix you are getting at the end, okay, that is important for identifying the allocation part. But that is not important for answer. If you take it as answer, what you will get, ma? Zeros. All are nothing but zeros, na? Just compare this position with which number, ma? The respective number in the question. If you compare with the actual first question, okay, then you will get the appropriate answer. And this 0 is which position, ma? Position C. And for this 0, the position is D. And for this 0, the position is 5. And for this 0, the number is 4. If you add the total, that total is important. Okay, not this total. This total anyway you will get 0. Okay, and this is what, sir? Question or altered matrix? Question. Mainly compare with the question part. Okay, so then finally you will get how much, ma? 27 hours. Is it done with the answer? Done. So you lost 2 marks. What is there, ma? Conclusion. They write the conclusion, ma. Therefore, what is he asking in the question? Sir, regarding conclusion, you need not worry. Whatever asked in the question, okay, you repeat the same thing. What is he asking in our question, ma? Assuming that each mechanic can be assigned to only one job, determine the minimum time assignment. Therefore, minimum time assignment is, the minimum time assignment is 27 hours. Therefore, the minimum time assignment is how much, pa? 27 hours. Is it clear with this problem? Sir, it is a basic model, but to get a clarity. Okay, and here we have gone for improvement. How many times we have done improvement, ma? 1 time. Okay, but test for optimality has been done by us twice. Okay, sir, whatever process you are following, you follow it. Okay, either this or that. Whatever you are having a regular practice, do not change it. Okay, and if you are not having any process, you can follow this. I will give the 2 ideas also. Based on that, you can go it. Okay, if it is done by everyone, shall we move on to the next question, ma? Sir, everyone done with the question, na? Sir, maximum time taken by us is how much, ma? Maximum time taken, not by us, to solve it. That maximization is where different, and this maximization is different. How much time we have taken, ma? Maximum time maximum I will go with the 15 minutes for your convenience, because every time I'm asking you to pause. That pause time is 2 to 3 minutes. So overall you will take maximum how much more? 15 minutes. For 7 marks, if they are giving 15 minutes is more. So actually if you compare, you will complete this question in 10 minutes. 10 minutes you are getting how many marks ma? 7 marks. So that is better for you. Okay, it is good for you. So go with the steps, and headings are important. If you are keeping the headings and all, for 7 you will get the full marks, 7 marks. Or by luck, if it is for 14 marks, we are very happy we will get the 14 marks. When it is given for 14 marks and all, be careful with the areas, okay, where you should keep the headings and all. And even the 27 hours, just do not write 27, write it in the form of hours. If it is units, units. If it is rupees, rupees. If it is kgs, and if it is kgs. Okay, that is important. Sir, next, what is the question number you have kept there, ma? Question number 2. Okay. Now for our convenience, I am going with the next question, not in order. Write the question number 9. Question number 9. Sir, in the question number 9, read the question clearly, ma. Consider a problem of assigning 4 junior assistants to 4 tasks. The time required to complete the tasks are given in the table below. He has given time to us. So automatically, what is this model, ma? Maximization or minimization? Minimization model. Once it is minimization model, what is the second check we need to do, ma? Balanced or unbalanced? Is it balanced or unbalanced, ma? Balanced, because number of rows. What are the number of rows, ma? 4. And what are the number of columns? 4. But here the special point is the last sentence is important. What is the last sentence, ma? Assistant 2 cannot be assigned to task A. What is that point, ma? He cannot be assigned to task A, and assistant 3 cannot be assigned to task B. Okay, here he has given this hyphen there, but for your convenience you can use the letter M. Okay, that zone is restricted zone. What is that, ma? It is restricted to the assistant. Okay, till the end of the problem, take it as M. Do not add a number, do not deduct a number from that. Am I clear, ma? Am I clear, buddies? So treat it as a separate M. Okay, and do not touch it at all. Or simply you can go with even hyphen also. That is up to you. Whatever option you are following, follow one option. Sir, does anyone, everyone copied the question, ma? Copy the question, that too carefully. Sir, is the question, earlier question clear to the online guys? If it is clear to online guys, and if they are having any issue regarding the questions, they can ask. If no doubts, please copy the question, ma. Sir, don't feel that copying is waste of your time, because what information I gave in the first session itself, ma. For 14 marks question, or sorry, for 10 marks question, what is the student allotted, ma? Just 4 around. 6 marks are removed, even though he gave the perfect answer. Even the key has only some steps. His answer has more steps. Even then they remove the marks. So write every step properly. Okay. Once copying of the question is done, I will explain the ones. Then you can do the process simultaneously as usual. Shall we? Copying is done by everyone now. Copying of question. Numbers and all, while copying, be careful, ma. So there can be chance for risk of copying some number as a different number. Okay. Anyone still writing the points? Question copied, no? If question is copied, okay. So right, see this point ma, first what is the objective there? Minimization or maximization? Minimization. And because what is the reason ma? Time is a minimum. And is it balanced or unbalanced ma? Balanced. Okay, that two steps you write in the form of sentence. The objective is minimization, reason in brackets, minimum time. And it is a balanced one because m equal to n equal to how much more? Can you tell the number there? 4 is the order of the matrix. Okay. And write the next key point. The prohibited root. The prohibited root. What is the letter we are using ma? M. And m is equal to infinity. M, the value of m is infinity there. This area is most important. Okay. Sir, problem by problem we are having different alterations. Not just the same problem. Done with these points. If these key points are done by everyone, then as usual, okay, we can do with our process. What is our process ma? By seeing the question, row operation or row minimum. Sir, done by everyone na? Sir, in the case of this, sir, we are having letter M. Okay, letter M is equivalent to what ma? Infinity. Sir, if you are deducting anything, any number from infinity, what you will get ma? Infinity. So what is the value of infinity is unknown. Basically now for the time being. Do not go with physics and all or maths and all, not required. Basic things. Its value is more. Whatever highest number you identify there, and even if you are deducting, you will get the same infinity. Okay. So row operation, identify the least numbers ma. What are the least numbers? Can you tell once? Row 1, 4, row 2, 4, row 3, 3, row 5, 2. Those numbers are identified and we deduct and we form a new matrix. Sir, m minus 4, what is the value ma? What is m minus 4 here? What is the value? Same m. And even m minus 3, you will get the same value m, because m is equal to infinity there. Once the row operation is done, have a cross check ma. Do not use your mind, use your calculator buddy. That will be good for you. 14 minus 9, how much ma? 14 minus 9. 14 minus 9. You should not tell immediately. Take calicy and do that and tell. Reason, even though you are good at maths, sometimes you may write 14 minus 9 as 4. Then risk. Okay. Sir, if everyone is done with the row operation, have a cross check of your answer with my answer ma. If any changes, I will correct. You can inform. Any changes, my dear buddies? No changes na? If no changes, shall we go with next step ma? What is the next step, buddies? Column operation with energy. What we should do in the case of column operation, sir? First matrix or resultant matrix? Resultant matrix should be taken as a for a column operation also or column minimum also. So in the column operation, least numbers. Can you tell the least numbers ma? First column, what is the least number there? 0. Second column, 3. Third column, 1. And fourth column, any zeros. Okay. So these are the least numbers we got there. Sir, I am marking it. You need not mark. Marking and all is not required. But for your convenience, you can underline with a pencil. That is up to you. Okay. And give the final answer ma. This will not change as it is 0. And even the third last one also will not change. Only 2 columns will change. That is column B and column C. What is the end matrix ma? 0, 0, 0. 2 M1 2 0 0 M1 0 4 1 1 0. Okay, M value, can you repeat once more so that it will fix in your mind? M value is infinity. So from infinity, for example, from the ocean, if you take 1 liter of water, will the ocean cry ma? It will not cry. Same like M. Okay. If it is done, shall we go with the next test? What is the next test ma? Test for optimality. What is the process, sir? Go with identification of single zeros. Sir, is there any single zero in the case of first row ma? First row single zero. No single zero in the case of first row. But in the case of second row, we are having single zero. Mark it and cancel the column. Now any row with single zero, third row with single zero, and cancel the column. Okay. Now we are done with the rows. Are there any zeros left over there? In the column parts, there are zeros. Mark it and cancel. See the point ma? First I mark the 0 and I cancelled it. Next, that is second marking, cancelled, and third marking and cancellation. Any doubt in this point ma? Shall I repeat once more? Buddies, shall I ma? So is this clear, first one? Okay. Once this marking is done, buddy, is it okay ma? Buddy, is it okay? No issues now? Done with the last part till last part? Okay, next, what is the next one ma? We are identifying the next 0. We marked it and we cancelled the row. Till here done na? Is it clear? Regarding optimality. And next, what about next one ma? Sir, is there any row with single zero? All the rows are done with zeros. Now we are going with a check of columns. Column with single zero. This is the column with single zero. And we are cancelling this. Okay. But once we cancelled, is the rule satisfying? What is the rule there ma? M equal to N equal to number of allocations. Sir, everyone reached this point now. If anyone is having doubt, please inform me, so that I should not feel that everyone has an issue. Sir, everyone okay with this point now? Anyone has doubt in this area ma? Any doubt? Sir, is it okay ma? Till here? Sir, I will repeat the first step onwards. See them. Sir, is this okay na ma? Or else I will go with this part. I will do everything in this part. You will get a clarity. Then we shall go with it. Sir, here, what is the rule ma? Check the rows with the single zeros. Sir, here how many zeros are there ma in the first row? But is it required for me? Not required. I required a single zero. So I have a single zero in a second row. Sir, what I should do, sir? I should cancel. Cancelled na? Now what is the next step ma? I am going for any other row. Next in order. Do not jump here and there. Go with the order. Sir, when I am going with the order, is there any zero in the third row? Single zero. Mark it ma and cancel column. Is it clear? Now is there any other row with single zero? Sir, when you are cancelling, cancel it properly. Otherwise you may confuse. Okay. Sir, any row with single zero? Yes or no? No. Now we are going to check with the columns. Sir, any column with single zero ma? Any column with single zero? There is a column with a single zero. What I should cancel, sir? Row. I cancelled. My process is done till here. Now what is the check ma? M equal to N equal to number of allocations. If it is fine, super. Or in other method, what is the process ma? M equal to N equal to number of lines. If it is satisfied, fine. If not, we shall see the process. Okay. Till here okay with everyone na? If it is okay with here, and one more thing ma, if you are having doubt at any point, okay, those who are going through online, they can text through message, and the guys who are at offline, you can ask. Do not compromise, because everything is important. Okay, are you at free of cost? You are having some value. The time is cost even. You are sitting here, you are spending some time. So it is most valuable part. And your time should not waste and my time should not waste. So if you are having doubts, you can ask. And if you feel that you cannot ask in the class, I will be staying out, definitely you can ask. Sir, one more thing, outside the class, if you are having doubt with the problems, you can ask entire problem. Okay, I am giving some disclaimer. If you are having doubt with entire problem, you can ask outside the class, I will explain entire problem, no issue. But inside the class, if you are asking entire problem, risk for me and risk for you. What is the risk, ma? Time will go. That's the reason. Okay, even if you are asking entire problem, I will not feel anything. I am very happy to explain n number of times. Outside the class, even 20 times I will explain. But inside the class, key points, if you are having doubt, you can ask. Okay, now? Is it fine, ma? Next. Sir, what is the next step, sir? Improvement. Sir, improvement, what is the process? Identify the entire elements into 3 categories. What are those? Can you repeat once? Junctions, covered, uncovered. Sir, one more thing, whatever be the method, if you are repeating along with me, okay, your practice is done here itself. You need not study again and again, okay? And of the balanced numbers, what is the least number, ma? 1 is the least number. What we should do, sir? We should add at junctions and deduct from the uncovered numbers. Sir, if I deduct from m minus 1, what is the result, ma? M. So do not worry at all. Okay, do that process, ma. Do the improvement process. Do the improvement process and junctions and all lines when you are cancelling, mark properly with a pencil. Okay, because junction identification will be more easy. Clear with this process? If you are clear, now what is the new matrix you are getting, ma? Can you tell the numbers? 1 0 0 3 m 1 2 0 0 m 1 0 and 4 0 0 0. So this will be the matrix. Is there any change between your matrix and my matrix? Any change, ma? Any change? No change. Okay. If no change, sir, if you are getting different changes and all, what is important is that final answer, if it is same, superb. Final answer should be same. Okay. If you are having issue with the answer and all, once try my method. Okay, to the extent possible, it is easy basically. Okay. Sir, test for optimality, you have to repeat again or not? Sir, is this matrix same for everyone? And matrix. Okay, if there is some clerical errors and all, the numbers may go wrong. That is the reason. And go with the whatever method we are discussing, go with the same method, so that there won't be any confusion. Okay. So test for optimality, what we should do, ma, basically? Can you repeat the test for optimality again? Identify row with a single zero, mark it and cancel the column. Sir, is there any single zero, ma? Single zero. Row, in the first row, single zero. Second row, single zero. Third row, single zero. Fourth row, single zero. No single zeros. Now, rows are done. What is next step, ma? Column. Is there any single row, say a row, column with single zero? So mark it and cancel row. Once this part is done, now any column with single zero? Any column with single zero? Now any row with single zero? Any row with single zero? No, no, no. Now we are reaching a different operation. Okay, till here everyone okay now? If till here you mark that part basically. Mark that zero. Do it that marking. Mark that zero and cancel the row part. Cancelled now? Till everyone common with me now? Same face. No differences now? With the speed and all. Mark that zero and cancel. Now it is your wish. You can choose any zero as per your wish, but there is some practice. Some things which we need to follow, that is like a rules. Okay. Shall we? This step is important. Listen with utmost care. Till here everyone is okay? Sir, when I am checking, I am not in a position to cover the zeros with the lines. Basically, when you are going with my process. Okay, at that point what you should do, ma? Mark the zero which you can mark. So I marked zero, a single zero, and I cancelled the which part, ma? Row part or column part? Row part cancelled. Now, sir, is there any chance for me to identify a single zero? Any chance? Any chance? No. Then we are going with either arbitral selection or diagonal selection. What is that known as, ma? Arbitral selection or a diagonal selection. Okay, same name. can use it in a different manner. Okay, no issues that part. Shall we go with this part? Again, I'm asking everyone is same phase, at same point. Okay, if you're at same point and all, sir, select any 0 randomly as per your wish. Any first buddy, any 0 as per your wish. If it is your wish, not my wish, any 0. Tell with address. Okay, what is that address, ma? 4B. Okay, that is a 0 identified by you. Okay, sir, when you are going with the arbitral selection or diagonal operation, ensure is there any possibility for single zeros? Possibility yes or no? No, na? So then take any 0. Your wish. As one is telling 4B and all, I'm going with that one. Okay, after that, your wish. Sir, I selected 4B now. Now, in this case, I have to select other zeros that can be diagonally opposite. Okay, diagonally opposite. That is one method. Or if I select this 0, can I select any other zeros, ma? Because what is the principle, ma? So I will give all the alternatives as possible as that. So what is the 0 selected, ma? So that is the reference 0. I will go with this case first. I will go with example. Then you will get clarity. So what is 0 selected here, ma? This is 0. Sir, once I will explain all the methods, you listen the methods. If you are fine, then you can go with whichever better alternative you have. Sir, which 0 is selected by you, ma? 4B. Now, sir, what is the basic logic, ma? One person, one life, or one person, one job, or one clerk, one job. So you should go with the same principle. So once if you select this part, automatically you will cancel this. Clear? Once you cancelled, clear na? Now select any other 0. Select any other 0 which is left over there. Your wish. 2D. 2D. Okay, as one said that I selected. Now any other, what is the rule, ma? One person, one life, one person, one job. So automatically I am cancelling other zeros for that option. Okay, because as I gave clerk the job D, can the clerk 4 can get that other job, ma? No chance, as you selected. Now, sir, whatever 0 left over, ma, finally, whatever 0 left over finally, which 0 is left over there? 1C only. So mark it. This is one option. Okay. Sir, in this case of question, there are 2 alternative solutions. Okay. There are 2 alternative solutions. I am repeating the process again. Shall I? If yes, I'll explain. If no, no, not required. Shall I? Now it's your wish. You can select different number, not the same number. So let us give the chance for any other person from that line. Your wish, ma. Any 0. Any 0, my dear buddies. 1, 4C. Okay. Now if you select 4C, can we select? Can we give C to 1? We cannot give now. So I am cancelling that. Is it clear with that part? One person, one task. As we gave task C for a 4, we cannot give the same task to 1. So I am cancelling that alternative. Is it clear? Now, any other number? 1B. 1B I marked. Okay. Once I marked 1B, automatically can 4 get any other job chance, ma? And this also already cut na, because we gave that job to him. Once we gave that job, automatically other chances are not there. And now what we are left? Automatically 2D. Is it clear? Clear with alternative? If it is clear, shall we do one more time so that you can select different number? Because this is important. For that reason, I am giving alternate number of options. Shall we? Any 0? 4D. 4D you mark. Okay. When you are marking 4D, that is you are giving for a clerk 4. What is the job you are giving, ma? D. So automatically for clerk D, sorry, clerk 4, can you give any other job? Can I give job B? Can I give job C? No chance, na? And automatically, one more thing, when I am giving D job for clerk 4, can I give the job to 2? That is this chance? No chance, na? I am cancelling that part. Now, any other number? 2, 2B. Okay. Sir, now I am giving the job to 2. Can I give the same job to 1 ma? No chance. Cancel it. Whatever left over finally. Once. Is it clear? This is one way of going with the approach. Or else, if you are okay with this, fine. Or else I will repeat the other process also. That is a diagonal selection. Shall I? Shall I? Is this okay? Okay. Once more, if it is okay. Okay. Sir, if anyone is having issue, definitely you can ask. If anyone. Because at this point, we are having risk. Is it fine? If it is fine, okay. As this is done by you, I am going with other alternative. Okay, then I will select. Okay, anyway, whatever selection you make, you will get the same answer. But for my convenience, I drafted 2 options. Okay, so let us go with the first option. Sir, I am selecting a number. What is that number, ma? Identify with the cell. Identify with the cell address, ma. 1B. Okay, that is for 1, we are giving job B. That is identification. Okay, once it is identified, the next step is that what are the numbers which are diagonally opposite to it? Zeros, mainly zeros. What are the zeros which are diagonally opposite to it? 1 0, 2 zeros, 3 zeros. Only diagonally opposite. Diagonal is known to you, na? Diagonals. Okay. Identify only which numbers, ma? Zeros, that too diagonally opposite. Okay. Of those 3 numbers, select any number. Select any number. You can select that one. 2. Okay, you can select whatever drafted, I will go with that part. Basically. Okay, it is fine. You will get the same answer. But as I draft one, I am explaining. Sir, I selected 2D. Okay. 2D I selected. Sir, now that selection is done. Na? Once that selection is done, you be careful with the markings. If you are not remembering markings and all, it's gone. Now, what are the diagonally opposite numbers for me, for this 0? When I am at 2D, I have to go from 2D itself. Okay, it is like in games, Chadarangam, not Chadarangam, snake and ladder. Something similar to that, from there to next step, from there to next step and all. Okay, so now from 2D, what are the diagonally opposite numbers? Only 2 diagonal opposite numbers are there. But can I select 4B? Why? Already cancelled or already given? Given. That is up to you. You can use different words. So which is the only option I am having, ma? So and what is the reason there, buddies? Sir, if I select that 0, what is the option? What will happen? What is that? Sir, one person, one wife, I said, na? Sir, if you are going for other option, automatically you will face issue. Somehow you will be get caught and you will give, she will give left and right to you in the public. So do not go with that option. Okay? Sir, as it is a problematic class and all, I gave this so that you will laugh at least once. That's all. Okay? Sir, is it clear with the logic now? As we are giving allocation to one person, one job, we cannot give some other jobs. So based on that rule, we are going with only this selection. That is this number. Okay? And once you are done, you will get this final answer. Now can you go with the check mark? M equal to N equal to number of allocations. Is it satisfied there? If it is satisfied, what is the answer you may get, ma? The answer you may get is 18 hours. Clear? Till here, if it is clear, do by yourself, then you can compare. And for that process, I will tell in the main question. Everyone is at this step now? In your notes, you have done with only this part. Now I am explaining clearly, you listen. Okay? Sir, here two alternatives are there. Based on the two alternatives, we are going with the two options. Okay. The first alternative is that I am selecting with which number, ma? 1B. In the second alternative, I am selecting which number, ma? 1C. Okay. So that different selection should be there. For that reason, I am going with the different options. Okay. Let us complete first with the 1B. Shall we? Okay. Do it parallelly, ma. You need not draw the arrows. Just do in the same matrix. Okay, you need not draft a separate matrix. Okay, which number is identified, ma? Right there, the number. Sir, is it visible to everyone? Okay, if it is visible in the same matrix, which option I have taken, ma? 1B. Right there under the matrix. We selected 1B. Okay. The number 1B is selected there. Whatever ICMA has given, I am going with that process. Okay, not other process and all. Diagonal allocation you keep aside. That can be followed, no issue. You will get the same answer. Okay. Which number is selected, ma? 1B is selected. Write the sentence there. Okay. Now, once 1B is selected, write the sentence. If you are writing in the sentence, it will be more effective. Once 1B is selected, there is no option to select. There is no option to select. There is no option to select. 2B, 4B. There is no option to select. 2B, 4B, and 1C. And in brackets you write, ma, arbitral selection. Arbitral selection. What is that selection, ma? Sir, in your SFM you are having a topic called arbitrage, arbitrager. Okay, similar to that. Or simply in layman terms, as per your wish. Okay, done with that point? Okay. Clear? The sentence is done now. Now write the next sentence, ma. Now we are selecting. Now we are selecting 2D. Now we are selecting 2D. What is the number selected, ma? 2D. Now we are selecting 2D. Sir, write the sentence only till there. What is the option, ma? Now which number we are selecting, ma? 2D. Okay. Sir, if you are not selecting 2D, okay, and if you are going for 4C, okay, any chance for 4C, ma? Okay. Chance, but we are going with the same process, na? For that reason, I am going with the 2D. Okay. Now once 2D is selected, which options are eliminated, ma? What are the options are eliminated there? 4D is not possible. 4D is not possible. Sir, it is not possible. Fine, na? What does that mean by not possible, ma? What is the reason? For one person, we have to allocate only one job. That is the reason. Okay? Nothing than that. That's the basic point. Is it done with that point? Now, the only option left over, write the sentence there. Sir, mark the selection and cancel the number. Okay? And write now the next sentence. Now, the only option we are having is, What is the only option we are having, ma? 4C. Write the point 4C. Okay. This is one alternative. Is this alternative clear, ma? If it is clear, and is my English okay? Okay, not brought and born in English medium, but brought and born in so-called English medium. For that reason, if there are some sort of grammar issues, okay, or glamour issues, please forgive me. Okay, sir, if it is fine, is it done, ma? This is the first alternative. In the first alternative, try the point. What is that point, ma? What is the next step, last step? Checking. What is the checking process? M equal to N equal to number of allocations. Until here, everyone clear, na? Everyone satisfied with this point, na? And this selection is known as what, ma? Either arbitral selection as used by ICMAI. As per our wish, we can use the word diagonal selection. Okay, this is one alternative. Okay, sir, by getting this alternative, can you present in a proper manner? Sir, what is the proper manner of presentation, ma? This is important. Write it as alternative 1. Alternative 1. Take down the heading. Alternative 1. Alternative 1. Sorry, ma. Sir, in this case, what is the heading, ma? Optimal allocation and optimal solution. Sir, here clerks and tasks are very important. Present them properly. Sir, for the presentation of clerk, you need not use your brain, as it is same order. But how you make allocation, that you observe from the table. What is the table, ma? This is the last table, na, which you got there. Sir, for clerk 1, what is the task we are giving? Task B. For clerk 2, task D. And for clerk 3, task A. For clerk 4, task C. Okay, if you are presenting in a proper table format, or else the other option is sentence format. At least any one of them is must. Once this part is done, sir, we should compare this matrix with which matrix? Question. In the original, whatever given there, compare with that matrix. This is the area where you will make a mistake. So do not, okay, be negligent here. Be careful in this zone. Okay. Now, if I compare with the original matrix, can you tell the value where you will get B? Sir, for 1, what is the value we are giving, ma? 1 which task? B. So value is 7. For 2, what is the task? 2 D. So what is the value? 4. And for 3, what is the task, ma? A. So the value will be 3. And for 4, what is the task? C. So value will be 4. Add the total, you will get the value. 18. Just 18 or 18 hours? 18 hours. Write the conclusion, ma. Therefore, the time taken is 18 hours. What time? Normal time or optimum time? Optimum time taken is 18 hours. Sir, once this part is done, shall we go with other alternative? Sir, whatever be the alternative you are having, you will get the same answer. You should get the same answer. If you are getting a different answer in other alternatives, the way you are solving is wrong. Is it clear, ma? If it is clear, shall we go with other process, other alternative? You need not do it. We can frame in the form of sentence. Okay? You just listen. Sir, we are at this point. Is everyone with the okay with the last part which we done? If okay, I am going with other alternative. In the question itself, there can be chances for identification of alternative answers. So you should be in a position to identify the other options also. Okay. Sometimes in the question itself, straight away he may ask you to identify the alternative answers. Then you should be definitely in a position to give the alternative routes also. Okay. Clear now? Shall we go with the alternative answer? Yes or no? So this is the cell whichever you are getting before the after improvement and all. So we are not in a position to make allocation. So now which number we are selecting, ma? Identify with address. 1C. So write the sentence there. Alternative, just write the sentence. 1C is selected. Just write that point. Alternative 2. Alternative 2. Alternative 2. 1C is selected. Once 1C is selected, which option vanished, ma? What are the options vanished? 1B vanished and 4C vanished. Okay, if 1C is selected, 1B and 4C not possible. Okay. Now, done with that sentence? Just write the sentence. Okay. And other option, what is the next number we are selecting, ma? 2D. Once you are selecting 2D, already these options are vanished. Once you are selecting, next, write the next step. 2D is selected. Which options are no more? Which options are no more, ma? 4D is no more and 2B is no more. Okay. Finally, we left with a 4B. Finally, we left with a 4B. Sir, whatever we are doing, we are writing the same in the sentence. That is enough. Okay. First, what is the first sentence, ma? We are selecting 1C. Which options are no more, ma? 1B and a 4C. Then we are selecting which option, ma? 2D. Once 2D is selected, which options are no more, ma? 2B and a 4D. Sir, alternate at last we are left with only one number. What is that number, ma? 4B. That's point. Okay. Sir, is this different from that earlier option? Because the first itself changing, na? So that is one. So if that part is done straight away, we can go with this presentation. So this presentation we are making only for this problem. In main exam, you do not repeat it unnecessarily. It's a waste of time. Because at the end you will get the same answer. So at where you will write this point, ma? This sentence and all you can write in the sentence form, that is sufficient. Because last conclusion, will it change? Will it change, ma? Will not change. Okay. So for your convenience, write this table. For your convenience, write the table. Compare answer and write the table, ma. Sir, is it done? Everyone done with this part now? Sir, even if you are going with a different alternatives, you should get same answer. Okay? If they are asking specifically in the question to find the alternatives, you find the alternatives, or else need not required. Okay? Just by writing the sentence, other alternative can be. Okay? If it is given for 14 marks. Conclusion plays a crucial role, so do not skip it. Okay? And one more risk. The risks which you are going to face. Sir, the valuationer may not see the conclusion. We have written perfectly, but he may not see. So to draw his attention, what we should do, ma? just 2 lines, underline it. That will be not taking 5 minutes, no, just 5 seconds, even less than 5 seconds. So underline it. Presentation in the case of SEM plays a crucial role. Okay, and one more thing, at the last time, for example, you are having only 5 minutes, 100 hours exam, you left with 5 minutes. Even then, if you are writing the proper presentation pattern with the formula and all in SEM part, then definitely you will give at least 1 mark. Okay, do not skip it. So there is no time, and if you are skipping that part, that 1 mark also you lose. For example, the same 1 mark may make 59 to 60, and you may happy now, and 60 in 1 will make other buddies also happy. So be careful with this part. Okay, clear? If you are clear, this is the most easiest question, which will repeat in inter, will repeat in final. Done with inter level, ma? Who are done with this question at inter level? Done. Who are done? You raise a full, no issues. Okay, 3 buddies. Any other buddies? Not done. Sir, so I will repeat the question. Give the answer either with a sign language or with a signal language or some language. Okay, who are not done with this question? Not done, not done. That's super. Even if you are not having that and all, also fine. Not done. Or if you are not remembering, it is superb. Okay. Sir, how many through online? How many are done? Sir, in the main exam, if they are asking specifically, go with the alternative solutions. Okay, fine, by cleanly, properly solving it. Or else, just go with the answer. And if possible, write in the form of sentence. That is sufficient. Okay, just observe the other alternative. But even in other alternative also, you should get the same answer. If asked, only then you write. If not asked, not required. My humble request. Because time waste. And one more thing, ma, while you are solving assignment, transportation or linear programming, do it at a normal speed. Normal speed. Do not run. Okay, or do not walk. Go with the normal pace. Okay, sir, even you are going with the normal pace, you should be careful with the numbers. That is most important. Okay, am I clear? If I am clear, see this question properly. Okay, and never in lifetime, if this question comes, if he is adding this part B, sorry, this A and B, then do not attempt this question. My humble request. What is it, ma? In the exam, if he is giving this part, okay, that is part A and part B, do not answer this question. Okay, okay, other alternatives will be best, other options will be better options. Okay, why and all you will get a clarity. And I will not skip this. Okay, so basically when you are seeing this one, what is the question? You read once at least. Average time taken by an operator, okay, on a specific mission is tabulated below. Time taken by the operator on a specific mission is given there. Okay, that data is given there. Now, the management is considering to replace old missions by new one. Okay, there is some mission in this, some old mission is there. We have to replace it basically. Okay, and estimated time for operation by each operator on new missions also indicated there. If new mission is given there, what is the time taken is also given. Now, first, what is the question there, ma? Find out an allocation of operators to the old mission to achieve minimum operation time. Okay, what is the keyword there, ma? Old missions and minimum operation time. That meant that this part is no more. Okay, for solving that part, this part is no more. Am I clear? Am I clear, ma? If I am clear, shall we? Okay, sir, even I am repeating once more, alternative solution when we need to find, ma? Only if he is asking us. That is in this case. In this case, we have to find all the alternative solutions. Okay, normally in this case you will get alternative solutions and it's mandatory to calculate. Okay, because of A and B have to calculate. Can you read the part A, ma, once? What is the part A is asking? Reset the problem with a new mission. What is that, ma? Reset the problem with a new mission. Okay. And find out the allocation of operators to each mission and comment on whether it is advantageous to replace an old mission to achieve reduction in operating time only. He is asking to remove one mission, add a new mission, and ensure that if it is useful or not. Okay. For that reason, is he mentioning to us to remove any specific mission, ma? No. We need to find it. Okay. First part is that part question is clear now. If you are clear with the question and all, it will be more effective. Understanding the question is most important. What is that part, ma? Reset the problem with a new mission. Where we need to reset, sir? At M1, M2, M3, M4, M5. Okay, if you are straight away removing M6, M6 will feel, I am very good mission, I am working very well. Now you are removing, ma. It is not at all fair. It may get angry. Or else if you are removing M5, same. So for that reason, we will add all the missions. Then we will find the answer. At that point, we get alternative solutions. Okay, based on that solutions, we give the conclusion, which is better and all basically. Okay, and what is the last part, ma? How will be the operators be relocated to the missions after replacement? After replacement, how we make allocation? That is common. Is this three parts clear? Sir, for first part, we are very happy because he is asking us to go with this option as this is not present. Okay, only these parts are present. Sir, by seeing the question, can you tell the order of the matrix, ma? If only old mission, 6 by 6, okay, and whether it is maximization model or minimization model, ma? Minimization model. As these two parts are clear, we can start the process. Basically, you need not do now, just listen. Okay, do not do now. It's a part of HW. First part. Okay, only first part. Okay, sir, first part. Basically, we'll write in this way. Okay, while writing, my humble request, ma, be careful. So even I made when I'm solving at CMA Inter, while I'm studying, past long back ago, even then I made mistake. So with my better experience, I'm telling you, be careful while marking the question itself. While copying the question on the paper, also be careful. Instead of 1, taken 0, or instead of 6, you have taken 3, or instead of 3, you have taken 6. It will be more risky. Okay, so your time will waste. Again, you have to repeat the process. But will you check that part? After doing everything, you will get some value, na? So you will keep it and you will leave it aside. So that is a risky. While you are copying, be careful. Okay. Now, sir, once you are doing with all the routine steps, basically, you will get an answer called 17 hours. Okay. Write the question number once. What is the question number there? Question number 11. Question number 11. So those who are through online, okay, take the screenshot, ma. If you are through online, you can take screenshot if you want, basically. Okay. And if you are through offline, no issues. Okay. What is the question number? Question number 11. Sir, in the case of question number 11, what is the point, ma? First point, that is find out an allocation. This is a normal process. For this process, we just take this information and we do the operation. Okay, with energy levels, you are copying the question. You can, no issues. But listen. I will give good amount of time, not required now. Okay, just listen. What is the important area where you feel trouble and all? I'm going to explain that area first. Okay, mainly that area is important. Basic process, ma. You will go with the basic process and you will get the answer. Row operation, column operation, test for optimality. If required, you go for improvement. Sometimes 2 times, sometimes 3 times, sometimes 4 times, sometimes 5 times, sometimes improvement. Okay, and you go for test for optimality. For reaching, fine. And finally, what is the answer, ma, in this question? That is important. So mark there for your hint if you are practicing at home. Okay, the same question. The answer is what, ma? 17 hours. And at that area, write the hint. so that you can compare your answer with this answer. Okay, if you are doing prayer. Okay, you will get how much, ma? 17 hours and conclusion rate. Okay, for the next part. Okay, we are having good amount of time. First, I will explain. You listen. If it is okay, we shall go with other alternatives. Clear? Shall we? 17 number is written by you, no? At that point. Question number 11. Okay. Sir, now we are going with the part A. There is some parts given there, subparts as part A. And in exam, if this question comes, will you touch this one? Part A, part B. Do not touch. Okay, because I will show the steps, ma, basically. By that you will get a clarity. Once if I am explaining, I will show that. Okay. Sir, now, what is the option, ma? Part, that is with adding the new mission. Okay. I am adding the new mission and I am writing there basically. So totally how many missions, ma? 7 missions are there. Okay. Now is it maximization or minimization, ma? Minimization. That is same case. But what is the order of the matrix? M by N. 7 by or 6 by 7. M is always representing rows. So how many rows, ma? 6 rows. But how many columns, ma? 7. 6 by 7. Is it a balanced one? It's unbalanced. When it is unbalanced, what we should do, sir? Add a dummy. Dummy operator or dummy machine? Dummy operator. So dummy operator I am writing here. And the elements in dummy will be automatically what, ma? 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0. Once these zeros are done, what is the first step, ma? Basically, row operation. In each row, identify the least number. Basically, you will identify least number. Sir, what are the least numbers, ma? In the first one, what is the first least number, ma? 1. Second, 1. Third, 1. Fourth one, be careful, 3. And fifth one, 3. And sixth one, 1. And seventh one, any 0 your wish. Once this part is done, you will get a resultant matrix from the row operation or row minimum. Okay. Next, take down the heading, column operation. Is it required? Why, ma? Because at the last row, every element is 0, na? So whatever resultant matrix you are getting from row operation will be the same matrix for end result of column operation. Then straight away, which process, ma? Test for optimality. Okay. Till here, fine. Sir, why are we not doing the column operation here? Every column has least element as 0. So you can write the conclusion there. As every element in a column is 0, the resultant of column operation will be same. So you need not repeat again. So go with straight away test for optimality. Okay. Sir, when you are going with the test for optimality, sir, whatever resultant matrix you are getting there, you can keep the heading there itself. Test for optimality. Okay. Now shall we? Sir, dummy included, ma? Once dummy is included, identified regarding the row operation. And once you are getting the row operation, this is a resultant matrix. Once this part is done, what is the next step, ma? Sir, column operation. Done here for showing you. Okay. But in exam, not required because you will get the same answer. Now, once this part is done, basically, what is next step, ma? Test for optimality. So listen carefully with this aspect. Sir, what is the rule, ma, there? Row with a single 0. Any single 0? What is that single 0, ma? Marked there. And which one should be cancelled? Which one? Column should be cancelled. So while cancelling, be careful. Okay. Cancel with a pencil. Now, any row with single 0? Any? Tell the row number. Row number 2. And where it is 0, ma? New mission. So mark there. And which part should be cancelled, ma? Till here done. Sir, just listen while I am doing, then you can do whatever you want. Sir, if you are okay with this question, no issues and all. Next, any other row with single 0? Give the address. What is the address? 4M5. Operator 4 and mission 5. And which number should be cancelled, ma? M5. Now, any row with single 0? 6 with a single 0. Mark the 0. Cancel the column. Now, any row with single 0, ma? When you are going in order, go with order. No, go with order. Do all the rows, then go with the columns. Sir, you can do, sir. If you are doing that and all, you may have a chance of risk. So that go with order. Sir, we are done with already checking of a row 6. We are at 6. Now any row 7, dummy row, any, no. Now go with checking of columns. Sir, with the columns, if you go on checking and all, is there a single 0 in the column? M1, dummy M1. First row, next column. Okay. So which should you cancel, ma? Now, any, even this is also important, ma. Why important? It is clear, na? Junctions. Okay. Now, any column with single 0, 5, operator 5, machine M2. Marked it, and which should be cancelled? Row 5 should be cancelled. Clear, na? Sir, still any zeros left over there? No zeros left over. Now, what is the process, ma? What is the process we should do now? Whether M equal to N equal to number of allocations or lines. So, can you satisfy that point? How many allocations are done there, ma? Only 6, but how many we need? Why we need 7? Because order of the matrix is 7. So now what we should do, ma? We should do improvement. Okay? Improvement is clear, na? In the case of improvement, what are the categories of elements? Junctions, covered, uncovered. Okay? From the uncovered elements, can you identify the least number, ma? The least number. Those are the uncovered. So least number is 1. Okay? Sir, with 1, what we should do? What we should do, ma? Add at the junctions and covered, do not touch them, and uncovered, deduct. Okay? So I am writing here. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Once this part is done, where we should add, ma? At junctions. So these are the only junctions. Still there are junctions. So add that point also. Clear, na? Till here, if it is clear, it is done. Basically, the improvement part. Sir, we should represent the matrix, na? For that sake, can you tell the values, ma? Here it will be how much? 0. And here? And here? Sir, will this number change? It is covered by the line. Okay. Next, 3. Okay. And any other changes? Can you tell the changes in M2 in a proper order? 1, 2, 8, 3. 3. And next, 0, 4, 6, 2, 4. Okay. And any other changes? At junctions we have to add, na? Sir, at junctions. Sir, here the junction number is 3. And here what is the number, ma? 1. Here it is 1. Here it is 1. Here it is 1. Here it is 10. Here it is 1. Here it is 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Is it fine now? No changes now? So these are the numbers which we got there. Okay. So I'm showing the same process there. Sir, I have gone with the diagonal allocation and all. Finally, I got this matrix. This is the improved matrix. Okay. Now what is the next process, ma? Next process. Test for optimality. Sir, we are going with the test for optimality. The first step, what is that, ma? Basically identify row with the zeros. Single 0, any 0? That process is clear, na? So I will do faster. You also tell me the number, ma. Any row in a second 0? Single 0. So cancel the column part. For cancellation. Cancelled, na? Now any row with single 0? Where, ma? 4M5. Okay. column, which column should be cancelled, ma? M5 should be cancelled. Now, sir, any 5 M2. So mark it and cancel. Column should be cancelled. Sir, now any other area? 6 M6, operator 6 and M6. So I am marking that. What else? Mark that and cancelled, ma. Now any other alternative? Any other alternative, ma? So row part is done. What about column parts, ma? Any chance for column parts? Sir, is the first column has single zero? What about second column? Third column? Third column. Fourth column? M4 column has a single zero. So what we should do, ma? We should mark there and cancel what? Cancel the row part. Now any zeros are left over? Sir, all the columns are done with checking now. Now what we should check, sir? Again rows. Okay. So any row with single zero? Any row with single zero? No, no. See, ma? No chance. Next, any chance for columns? What is the first chance? Dummy M1. Mark it and cancel what, ma? Cancel the row. Now, sir, any zeros left over? Any zeros left over? Any zeros? Any zeros? Sir, whatever I am drawing in the form of like highlighting, that is line. So any zeros left over? No. But check the rule. What is the rule? M equal to N equal to number of allocations or lines. Is it satisfied there, ma? It is not satisfied. As it is not satisfied and all, again improvement. Okay, sir. So for that reason, if you are satisfied and all, I am not repeating that part. Finally, we got this improved matrix. Sir, what is the least number, ma? Can you tell that least number? 1 is the least number. So with that, I gave improvement and I got this matrix. Now again I have to go for test for improvement. When I am going for test for improvement and all, this is the scenario. How many? How many, ma? What we need? 7. So again, sir, for example, this is a matrix we got after improvement. Sir, shall we do now once for only this matrix? Okay, only once. Because improvements and all, I skipped that part now. Now do this for this part. Sir, identify row with single zero, ma? Single zero. Sir, tell me the address. Operator 3, mission new. Okay. And I am cancelling that. Now, any row with single zero? Identify the address. Operator 6, M6. Okay. So automatically mark it, ma, and cancel the column part. Now any row with single zero? No. Go with the column check. Any column with single zero? Operator 5, M2. Mark it and cancel what, ma? Cancel. Cancel now. Sir, now any column with single zero? Any column with single zero? What is the number, ma? 04 M5. 04 M5. It is a number, na? Sir, which part should be cancelled there, sir? 4th column, 4th row, na? Row. Okay. Now, any chance for any column with single zero? Single zero. Any row with single zero? No single zero in column or row. Clear with this partner? Now we need to go with which option? Diagonal operation or arbitral selection? Sir, for this question, there are 3 alternatives. Okay, totally 3 alternatives. And in exam, do not write. Okay, just even if you are writing the notes also, practice for which part? Only the first part. Okay, do not. But for knowledge, and sometimes the diagonal allocation you should be knowing, because basically by one improvement and one test for optimality, he may go for diagonal operation. Then it is time saving now. Then you should not skip that part. Okay, so totally I have drafted 3 parts. So we are having 3 alternatives here. How many alternatives? 3 alternatives. I will explain one by one. Okay, sir, in the first alternative, which number is selected? You can select. Okay, so if you go with this one, this is the basic matrix we got. Okay, once you are at this position, you are having an option to select any number. Okay, can you select any number by your wish? By your wish. Tell the number by your wish. What is the one, 01 M1. That is the number selected by you. Now, what are no more options? Which are no more? Which are no more? Next. For this, there is no option. No? Clear with that part? Now, what is the other alternative you are having? Which number you can select? 02 M4. Now, any chances? Any last chance? Dummy M3. Now, how many selections? 7. Is it reached? Is it reached? No? So, what you selected, I have followed that only. Okay, so you are clear with that point now. Now, I am clear going with other alternative for your sake. Okay, I am realizing them. Now select any other number other than that. Select new number. Select new number. Tell with address. 2M1. Okay. 2M1 or 2M4? 2M1. Okay. 2M1 is selected. Now, what are the options no more? That options are no more. Okay, even that options are also no more. Clear with that part now? Now, select any other number. Select any other number. Which number? 1 and 4 or 1 and 3? 1 and 3. Okay. If you are selecting 1 and 3, we shall do. That is important. Okay. Select which number? 1 and 3. Sir, I selected 1 and 3. Which chance is no more? Dummy M3 and okay. Any zeros left over? So, can you count the numbers? So that selection is wrong. Okay. You will get a clarity when you are doing that basically. So this selection is fine or wrong? So which number is better? 1 M4 selection is best. Once you are selecting that part, which options are no more, that we eliminated, and we are left with this option. Now can you count the numbers? 7. Is it fine? Is it fine? So is it clear with you? So totally we will be having in this case 3 alternatives, and you will get an answer of how much is the answer? 13. Even in the case of new mission also, you are getting 13. Okay. In all the 3 alternatives which you are planning, you will get these values. Okay. And same answer. And for this conclusion, we shall write at the last. Okay. Because he asked us to which machine should be replaced. Okay. By seeing this table, can you tell the information that which machine should be replaced? Which machine should be replaced? Any idea? By seeing this information in all the 3 alternatives, in the first alternative, which machine can be replaced? Which machine can be replaced? Sir, once you are doing tell the answer, ma? Sir, at a dummy point, whichever mission you are getting, it is better to remove that part, na? Basically, basic logic. Okay, so that is the conclusion of this. In exam, if it comes, will you start? Will you start? Okay, do not start. And he will not ask this question. But diagonal allocation is important. For that reason, I explain this part. Are you clear? If it is clear, shall we go with the next question, ma? The next question which we said is regarding, as of now we are having 12 minutes. If I start, it will not stop. Okay. So for this sake, let us go with a quick recall of the topics which we have gone through in the assignment. Shall we? Sir, shall we? Okay, with energy level, what is the time as of now? 46. Okay, we are having 14 minutes. Okay. In the 14 minutes, let us go with those 3 topics. What are those 3 topics which we done till now? A quick revision. Okay, you may be doing, but I feel that you are still busy, more busy, and the most busy. For that reason, anyway, this 15 minutes can be used fruitfully. Sir, what is the last topic which we dealt? Assignment. Sir, in the assignment, what are the rules? What are the checks? Assignment purpose. Assigning men or a mission a task so that our objective, that is cost minimization, is achieved. Okay, that is the same concept which will be in a different words. Okay, what is the objectives can be, ma? Minimization or a maximization? What can be minimization? Cost minimization. Okay, items of cost can be time, okay, or even salary paid to worker, or wage paid to a worker if they are giving, or amount paid to a contractor. That all forming part of cost. Okay, what about maximization, ma? Profit. Sir, company wants to increase what and all will be maximization. Okay. Sir, sales, is it maximization or minimization? Turnover, contribution, cost, production. Production, company will plan to reduce or increase? Increase, na? So it is maximization objective. This point is important. Sir, they will give data regarding production and you have to identify the purpose of a company. What is the purpose? It is automatically maximization. As it is maximization model, what we should do, ma? Convert into minimization model. Sir, for conversion, what are the alternatives we are having? What are the alternatives we are having? For conversion, what is the process? Identify the highest number and form a relative loss matrix. This heading is important. Whenever you form a relative loss matrix, keep the heading relative loss matrix. And this matrix should not be used for a final answer. Which matrix should be used, ma? First matrix. At this area, you will definitely have a chance to make a mistake. So be careful with this zone. Okay, next what, ma? Next. Row operation or row minimum. Whatever you follow, that is up to issue. Okay, row operation or row minimum, what does it mean, ma? Identify least element in each row and form a new matrix. That new matrix will be the starting step for a next step. What is next step, ma? Column operation. For column operation, you have to take the same. However, if you are lucky, okay, all the rows, least number is 0. All the columns, least number is 0. Row operation, column operation, you can skip. But write a sentence. As the least element in the row and the least element in the column are zeros, need not go with the row operation and column operation. Straight away, you can go with the test for optimality. Sir, in test for optimality, different methods. Sir, anyone following that option of that is maximum number of minimum number of lines to cover maximum zeros? Anyone? 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 Only one. Okay. And who are following that? That is 0, single 0 in a row, single 0 in a column. Who are following? Anyone following, ma? Different styles are there. For that reason, I'm asking. Okay. Any third style, ma? Any third style? Third style, it is there. So whatever you follow, do not change because you are having a clarity in that method. My humble request. Because you are getting the answer. No? So do not skip that part. Now, so if that part is done, finally, what is the check there, ma? M equal to, that is order of the matrix should be equal to the number of allocations. Then we reach to the optimal solution. But if it is not equal, we go for improvement. Okay, in the case of improvement, how many categories of elements, ma? 3. What are those 3, ma? Junctions, covered, uncovered. Okay, and next, what is the next area, buddies? Once it is done, what is the last heading? Optimal allocation and optimal solution. Sir, you can write in the tabular format or you can write in the sentence format. Tabular format is fine, even sentence format is also fine. By going with the tabular format, you will done the calculation part also. Okay, if you are feeling that I will write this in sentence also, both, no issues. The more you are giving, the more marks you will get. Okay, and what is the conclusion there? Time, if it is asked. Therefore, the optimum time is so and so hours. Underline that. So this is the part of assignment. Okay, majority portions is the part. In the next session, I will explain regarding the other area. That is in the third problem or third problem, I will go with this part. That is minimum number of lines to cover, maximum zeros, so that everyone will satisfy. Because your methods and all should be dealt with you. But third method and all, till now I didn't learn. Okay, till now I didn't learn. Okay. So these are the two things, ma. And next, regarding what is next one, ma? Transportation. Sir, in the case of transportation, what are the objectives? Main maximization or minimization, same. Sir, assignment and transportation are like wife and husband. Okay, everywhere, wherever they go, they will go simultaneously. Okay, whatever we do. For example, wife tells yes, husband will tell no. No, na? No. And if a husband tells yes, wife will tell automatically no. Sir, here balance is different. Here balance is different. Okay, here, but however, at one point they will be same. Because finally, husband should listen whom, ma? Wife. Where, ma? That is minimization model, maximization model, conversion. Okay, so that is the point. Sir, now if it is done in transportation, how many methods we are having, ma? What are those 3 methods, ma? First one, northwest corner method, least cost method, and VAM. In exam, which is important, sir? If you are lucky, you will get first 2. Basically, easy methods. Okay, and in the case of northwest corner, what is the key aspect? Identifying the northwest corner element. After identifying it, we keep on allocations. Sir, when you are making allocation and all, if either row part or column part is becoming 0, what you should do, ma? Skip it. That is by cancellation. Then balance resultant matrix. You do the operation. Again, northwest corner element. And allocation, how it should be made, sir? How it should be made regarding allocation? Demand or supply, whichever is lower. Sir, by luck, if the least cost, or in the northwest corner, no issue. But in the case of least cost method, while you are identifying the least cost, if there are more than one least cost, which one should be selected, ma? Where we are making maximum allocation. By luck, if that is all same, which is the better hint there, I said. See the side numbers. If the side numbers are more, select that number. Okay, that is the most important area. Okay, if that part is done. And what is the third one, ma? VAM. What is the full form of VAM? Ogle's approximation method. Sir, in the case of Ogle's approximation method, what is the logic there? Penalty calculation is a crucial part. Penalty is the difference between first least cost and next least cost. When you are going with the first least cost and next least cost, sometimes there can be the same numbers. Then you take 0. After that part, what we should do, ma? We should identify the highest penalty. Once highest penalty is identified, it can be in row part or column part. If it is in any one, what is the next step, ma? Identify the respective least cost. So least cost, if they are same, go for maximum allocation. If maximum allocation is also same rule. Side wherever highest. Okay, these are the 3 methods in the case of what, ma? Transportation. But for transportation also, there are same basic 2 checks. What are those 2 checks, ma? Maximization model or minimization model. Okay, sir, basically, and one more hint. Sir, if he is straight away giving minimization, go with minimization. But if he is remaining silent and if he is giving entire data, sales, cost and all, everything is given, then calculate profit and convert into minimization model. That is important aspect regarding transportation. And what about next one, ma? Linear programming problem. Sir, in a linear programming problem, what is the basic fundamental thing, ma? Basic simple thing is that we are converting the entire question into equations. Equations. If you are good at English, it is easy. Is the same process, ma? Entire script which is in English convert into mathematical equations. That's all. But for this entire part, what is the basic part, ma? Table. Table, if it is given, fine. If it is not given, for our convenience, we draft a table. After table, what is the first step, ma? Decision variables. If you are taking the appropriate decision variables and all, you are at a right point. Okay. Once the decision variables are done, what is next step, ma? Objective function. How it is represented, sir? Z. Letter Z is used to represent, and Z is always equal to whatever decision variables you are taking there. That will be represented in the same. Z can be maximum or Z can be minimum. So all these three methods are connected. Objectives is important. Okay. And next, what is next one, sir? Constraints. Subject to constraints. You can write so or write just constraints. Sir, there can be more than one constraint. Always represent them with the help of either greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, or depending upon question, and give the numbers there. Okay. Once that part is done, what is next part, ma? What is next part, buddies? Non-negative factors. What is meant by non-negative factors, sir? Either we make production of 1 unit or 0 units, but never negative units. That is a part of formulation. Sir, what is next one, sir? Formulation conversion into dual model. Sir, in the case of dual model, what is the basic principle, ma? If it is minimization there, it will become maximization. If it is maximization there, it will become minimization. Sir, for conversion of duality, what is the first test, ma? First check. Sir, if it is given maximization there, what should be the symbols? Less than or equal. If it is not in the primal model, we multiply with a negative sign. Okay, once that is done, we can convert directly. Okay, and next, what is next one, ma? Graphical method. In the graphical method, what is important, sir? Sir, for all the constraints, they are inequalities. We convert them into equality, and in this case, there can be more than one solution. Okay, depending upon variables. How many variables are there? 1 or 2? And one more point, when we can use our graphical method, ma? When there are only 2 variables or less, no issues. But however, if there are 2 or more, the other alternative is simplex. Will it come into exam? If it comes also, will it start? My humble request, never. Okay, if he is genuine person, and if he is really qualified CMA, and if he is really appropriate CMA, and if he is fit to become CMA, he will not give it. Okay, and if he is having kids, that is the most important aspect. Okay, and one more thing, ma, when you are going with this graphical method and all, we do the plots on a graph. Will they give graph, ma? We do everything on the paper. So here also we need a basic things. Points will be marked and all. And the end result, the graph can be different graphs. I have said 4 special cases. What is the first special case, ma? Infeasible. Sir, will they intersect? One is going away, one is towards origin. So there is no common shaded region. And the second one? Unbounded region. Sir, it is going away. Sir, in the case of unbounded region, one important aspect is that we can find minimization value. Okay, we can find minimum value, but we cannot find maximum value, because all the values which are covered that area are giving maximum results. For that reason only we are having one question. There we ask minimization, not maximization. Okay, and what is the third case, ma? Multiple optimal systems. Sir, there can be a chance where you can get Z max or Z minimum equal values. There can be more than one scenario. At that point, the Z is having more than one value. Next, last one, ma. Last one. What does that means basically? What does that mean, ma? Done or not done? What is that area, sir? At least tell the heading, ma. What is the heading? What is the heading? Okay. What is the graph given there? Any graph given there? Sir, one line will not share. Only some lines are having. Basically, what is the rule, ma? There should be common shaded region or common shared region. Am I right, ma? But one line will not come into the part. That's the point. Clear, na? So this is the revision part and all. And in the afternoon session, we shall go with the next question. And sir, maximum, this is the level they will test in the exam. Okay, transportation part is done. But in the afternoon session, I will give the basic theme of the questions which are in a different way. Okay, they are important, but in different way. By the maximum end of tomorrow morning, we will go with the transportation is done. Okay, and what is the fourth topic, ma? Any idea? The topic index is not given there, but you might have written there. Game theory is easy, very very easy if you are following. Okay, it is like game. Okay, how to play the game is a concept there. That is regarding strategies to be followed by the players. That we shall go with the next topic, or else that is best for that. Let us go with that part. That is a new topic now for you. At inter level, there is no such topic. Okay, till now whatever we discussed, there are topics present to you. Okay, thank you, ma and the buddies.